Hi. I'm jumping on the personal video bandwagon because I wanted to address a problematic issue I've been seeing the last few weeks. It's not really directly about racism, but I see that discussions on racism can become problematic because of this one issue. I've been seeing a lot of good people. These are people I care about, people I love and respect. They're losing their influence because of how they are communicating their thoughts. And things just right now are too serious to not take this one thing seriously. It all comes down to the saying, perception is reality. It's a saying I have kind of a love-hate relationship with, but it basically has to do with communication. Because we all have filters from our backgrounds and from our years of living, what we say doesn't necessarily equate to what the listener hears from us. So take, for example, this K-cup. So this is a coffee K-cup. And if I were to use it, it's like this is the filter. My message is the hot water that goes in here. And then it produces coffee. And that's what I'm intending for it to do. Because this filter is, the filter I'm intending to go through. But what if I'm intending a coffee filter, but I get tea? So my hot water is meaning to produce coffee, but because this person has a different filter than me, it produces tea. That's not what I was intending. So they receive something different because their filter is different than mine. So there's a verse in the Bible that's my go-to on issues like this. And the verse is Ephesians 4:29. It says, "Do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouths, but only what is helpful for building others up according to their needs, that it may benefit those who listen." So Ephesians as a whole is all about encouraging the new believers in Jesus, both Jews and Gentiles, to get along. Jews and Gentiles. The Jews are probably saying, hey, Gentiles, Jesus, he's known as the King of the Jews, so he's our Jesus. He's our Savior. You're just kind of secondary. So nowadays we could translate this as kind of that there are Christians who are both conservative and liberal. There are Christians who are black and Christians who are white. There are Christians who are straight, and believe it or not, there are Christians who are gay. So let's look at this verse, Ephesians 4:29. It starts out, "Do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouths." Unwholesome just simply means it's not worth anything. So it's not necessarily something that's wrong. It just means that it's not helpful right now. And he goes on to say, but only what is helpful for building others up according to their needs. This literally translates to according to the need of the moment. We're in a moment right now. And when you say white lives matter, yes, white lives do matter. All lives matter. Yes, of course. But that's not what the need of the moment is right now. Perception is reality. So in times like this, when you say white lives matter or all lives matter, no matter how pure your intentions are, here's what you're communicating. The filter is translating your words to say, I don't care how you feel about your people constantly dying and being abused unjustly, because I'm only concerned about my own justice as a white person. That's what it translates to. That's what you're saying. That's the reality of the perception. So Paul goes on to say that it may benefit those who listen. Literally, give grace to those who listen. Grace means getting what you don't deserve. Guess what? We're all sinners. Whether you're George Floyd, whether you're Breonna Taylor, whether you're a policeman, whether you're a Black Lives Matter person, an All Lives Matter person, or if you have two thumbs and your name is Chris. Those people are all sinners. We're messed up. So please have grace for one another. especially those you disagree with, because it's easy to give grace to those you do agree with, right? But instead, speak in a way that gives grace for the need of the moment. Now, some may say, but if it's true, it doesn't matter. I'm just trying to express the truth. But who the hell cares if you're using truth to tear someone down? Because that goes totally against what Paul just said in the Bible. Yeah, I've got dirt. God knows my dirt. He knows your dirt. And he deals with me on those things. Sure. But God also ensures that grace trumps all of that. So racism is real today. You may remember Dylan Roof, the guy who went into that Charleston, South Carolina church. It was an all-black church. And he opened fire, killing a bunch of black people, and admitted himself it was out of hatred for black people. When he was arrested, the police gave him Burger King before they took him to jail. But George Floyd was killed before he even had his constitutional right to a trial. So because this stuff happens, please, please, please be aware of those filters when you speak. We all have work to do in this area. I do too. But I just really hope that no one walks away from the words you or I communicate. That they walk away from that feeling that they have been torn down and not built up. That they have been deprived of grace rather than given more grace. I love you all. Thank you. Have a good one.